Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Good News Amoyaso. On this channel, you will learn about everything you need to know concerning data and analytics. In my last video, I talked about what data is, the types of data we have, what is data sources, and different data sources that we have. If you are yet to watch it, I will post the link in the description box for you. Today, I'll be talking about various data terminologies. As you can see here, various data terminologies. As a business analyst, a data analyst, or a business consultant, there are many data terms you should be conversant with, and those terms are what we shall be discussing today in my video. First, let us start with a database. What is a database? It is an organized collection of structured data generally stored electronically in a computer system. This computer system can mostly be a server. Most databases use structured query language (SQL) to write and query data, just as we have C Sharp, Python, C++ for programming languages. We use SQL to query language from a database. Next, we'll move to database management system. What is a database management system? It is a software that serves as an interface between the database and its end users. It allows the users to retrieve data, update data, manage data in their database. And also, you can use a database management system to monitor, backup, and recover data in the database server. There are examples of database management system. We have the Microsoft SQL Server, we have Oracle database, we have MySQL, and so many of them. Besides database management system, we also might have heard about data modeling or data model. So what is a data model? It is a representation of your data objects, relationship between different data objects. Data model is like an architect building plan. No, before you start building, they will have a plan so that they can be able to be looking at it and follow through whatever building they want to erect. So it can be referred to also here, we can now refer it to as a data structure. So it is called a data model. And we have different types of it. We have logical data model, physical data model, and conceptual data model. Data model helps us to identify the relationships in our data. We have what we call primary keys and foreign keys. So we'll be now discussing what a primary key is and also what a foreign key is. A primary key is that unique identifier you have in your table. It uniquely identifies every row in a database. It contains a unique value. Then the foreign key, it's now the one that references your primary keys to another table. It shows you the relationship between the two tables. Sometimes you'll be analyzing a data and you may need to work with more than one table. You may be working with two or three tables. So that key that references what is in one table to the other table, it's known as a foreign key. Now we've mentioned table. We have two types. We have the fact table and the dimension table. What is a fact table? Fact table is the table that is usually at the center of your star schema. We have star schema and snowflake schema as a data warehouse schemas. So the fact table is usually in the center and they are now being surrounded. It is now being surrounded by dimension tables. Then what is now a dimension table? Dimension table surrounds the fact table and it contains the dimension keys, values, attributes. It tells you more about what you want to analyze. It tells you more about your data. It has the descriptive information or more detailed information about your data or the project you want to engage in. We also have what we also have a data warehouse. Data warehouse is a central repository of data. It is solely for data querying and data analysis. It contains huge amount of historical data. Data warehouse is usually denormalized and simple. It uses online analytical processing. It stores data from different applications. And this data warehouse has its characteristics. We have that it is subject oriented. sense is that it stores data from different departments. You have in a data warehouse, we have the financial data there. The financial department data is their marketing, sales, IT, so many different departments. We have their data in the data warehouse. So subject oriented. It is also integrated oriented, which means it must be consistent, time variance, non-volatile. Non-volatile here means that the previous data in a data warehouse, it's never been erased. Rather, the new one, you now overwrite the new one on it. There is nothing like deleting in a data warehouse. You don't delete, update, and things like delete, update, insert does not exist in a data warehouse. But there are only two operations that are accepted in a data warehouse. That is loading data and accessing your data. We'll move over to the next one, knowledge discovery in a database. Knowledge discovery is a process of discovering useful knowledge in a database. You might have heard of data discovery or data mining. Data discovery helps you to identify the hidden trends or patterns in a large database. Data discovery is a first approach to harnessing data for you to be able to make business decisions. Then, what are the benefits of this data discovery we are talking about? There are benefits of data discovery. Data discovery, it saves time, and it also helps to make actionable insights. You can also clean and also reuse your data. There are also challenges to data discovery. Why do I say that there are challenges to data discovery? Challenges arises from data collection, data storage, data management. And you know that there is a high velocity of data today. Data is being produced every second. As I speak now, I am producing data. So data keeps growing day by day at a very high velocity. So that is a very big challenge to data discovery. What about volume? The large volume of data today also poses a challenge. Variety, there are different types of data sources, different types of data formats. So this thing poses a challenge and it can cause inconsistency, thereby affecting your data discovery. We also have data management. That is also one of the challenges of data discovery. Then there are steps to discovering your data, to finding the hidden trends and patterns in your data. What are those steps? The steps here include data collection. First of all, you have to collect your data. Maybe you can get your data from a website, from YouTube, from databases, from Excel files, different sources, depending on what you want to analyze. So that is the first step. You have to collect your data first. After you've collected your data, the next step is data preparation. Then this is the pre-processing step. You now have to clean your data. Sometimes the data may not be in the right format. You have to do your data cleaning here. That is what we can also call it data cleaning. Sometimes you also have to convert the date table. Maybe you are looking for your analysis, you need age. You can now use your date column, convert it, do some analytics for you to get converted to age. We can also call this future engineering. So this is where you do some analysis. Sometimes too in your data you may have null values or your missing values, outliers. You have to clean your data here. Then after you've done all these things, you now move over to data sharing. If you're working in an organization, you can now send this to different people in your team so everyone can now go back to data analysis, analyzing your data and then visualizing it. Data visualization is now when you can now be able to use graphical representation to tell stories with your data. You can use a bar chart, a pie chart, scatter plot, map, different types depending on what you want. Heat map to tell stories with your data so that a layman can just easily look at it, or even your boss that you are reporting to in the office can easily look at it and understand what you are saying because it is being represented graphically. That is data visualization. Now we move over to data exploration. You might have heard of this word, data exploration. What is data exploration? This data exploration involves you to drill down more in that your data you have discovered, that data you have mined. You drill down to discover the unknown things in that your data. That is now where you now start working on some things what you're looking for in that. This is data exploration. Here it can be the relation of data to identify the relationship in the data or the unknown insights. I've mentioned something like outliers, missing values, dirty data. What are they? We have missing values. Missing value, this occur when low value or data is stored in a row. Some data may contain a missing value and outliers, and this is said to be a dirty data. So that is why you need to clean your data. Remember when I was talking about data preparation, you have to clean your data. That data that is dirty before you can be able to start your analysis. Data is an inaccurate, inconsistent, or incomplete data. It is a data with error. These errors could be the data is duplicated, it has a wrong data types, or it is an outdated data. If it is an outdated data, remember that it will affect your analysis. So that is why you need to clean this dirty data. Then we also have outliers. An outlier is that value that lies far outside your normal range. Maybe the data you're analyzing falls within most of the values you're having 100, 200, 300, 500, 900, and at a point in a particular row you start seeing 50,000. It lies far outside from other values you're having. So that is an outlier. So this outlier and also the missing value that I mentioned earlier have ways of treating them. So you can be able to accurately analyze your data. So far, we've discussed mostly all the common data terminologies you may come across as a data analyst. You need to know some of these terminologies that I've mentioned now. So in my next video, I will discuss the different types of data analytics we have. That is it for today, guys. So I hope you find a lot of value in my today's video. If you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. Also comment about this video and don't forget to subscribe, like, and also turn on the notification bell so that when the next video drops, you will be notified.